insist, Lord Captain.
Alright, not a navigator ability, but I can give someone an extra turn.
Glato, we're undertaking this task.
Oh, that wasn't a lot of damage.
The order is executed.
Seems that's much better.
It's the living weapon of the Lex. Let's test our skills, Glato.
That one's done. Alright, and end Cassia's turn, and the gun should shoot at the enemy again. Any accusation for this one?
Understood.
Okay, stop that.
One of us would be enough. Glato, we're undertaking this task.
Glato... I mean, Glato doesn't have the same chip as the, my character's dog. So, but the damage is considerably different. Okay, she needs to land a hit on that guy. If she moves here, can she?
Don't get too cocky. Never cross a Kazbalikan.
Okay, there's that. And move this over.
You've got a problem, I've got a
Give
prize.
Muck another turn.
A genius at work. Unpredictable.
Alright, that one's done. Apprehend Strox.
Taking fire!
Alright, Ulfar's turn. Kick this guy. He's dead.
You become the All-Father's worthy instrument!
Okay, Jay's turn again.
I hold all the
Finest
cards.
hour on Cassia.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Another foe painted black. As duty demands. Me. If
All right,
you
she got a
insist,
bunch
Lord
of 'em.
Captain.
Alright, Jay's turn again. I don't have anything else for her to do.
Am I getting... I'd like to, but
Do
I
that.
can't.
When Fenris is in
Go off
battle,
point, yeah. Yeah, that's the skill finest hour. You get another turn, and you can do as many attacks as you have action points during that turn. Allies must gain effects from your abilities at least 3 times.
Your turn. Naturally.
So there's Resolve. There's Armor.
For the throne.
There's a heal. There's
I
perfect
won't object
timing.
to it.
That should be 3.
I feel the power surging.
Use a consumable item. Does a grenade count?
A wicked thought.
Hopefully that counts.
What if schemes?
Is this a tactical RPG? It's a CRPG, classic RPG, kind of like Baldur's Gate. And you're seeing me in a fight right now. It's a unique fight. It's got these weird challenges that we got to do.
Genius at work.
But it is a fight.
Come, I will carve runes out of your bow.
So every time we fulfill certain requirements, this malfunctioning gun shoots at this barrier, and the boss is a desk clerk on the other side.
And is thunder. My strike is ruin. So shall it be. Die in disgrace.
2 down.
I hunger for battle. Wolves rage.
Oh, they got another wave. Let's see. Boned says, "Hey bud, returning your after almost 8 years, wanting to say thank you for the YouTube comments and helping me a lot. You're very welcome. I'm glad to hear it's helping."
Isn't the try to die with grace at least? If I as duty demands.
All right, finest hour on Ulfar.
Your death in color.
I am become. I will carve runes out of your bones. See how the wolf succeeds. My hand is thunder. My strike is ruin. So it shall be.
Who is he aiming at right now?
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Give Heinrichs an action.
But of course, Lord Captain.
You and your Cybermastiff must damage the same number of instances of damage. What if I just pass my turn? Then they're both 0. Alright, fine. Dog, hit her.
Later.
And I cast gun. Alright. So I can't do any more attacks. So, end turn. Wait, is she dead? Oh, it broke a hole in the glass. Prefect Vulture kneels before you. Scores of fragile implants all over her body are twitching convulsively, giving her the appearance of a crushed insect. Marshal Strock's gaze is as firm as ever. Not one muscle quivers in his hard exterior. Even in cornered defeat, compared to the others, he appears as an indestructible pillar of rock. The Prefect lets out a cough. Then an unnerving smile appears on her lips. I at least had to try. I served the Von Valancius Protectorate faithfully for over 100 years, painstakingly cultivating order where others had failed to do so. While you and your ancestors sowed anarchy and havoc with your ever-changing whims, I stood on as the linchpin that kept this domain from sinking into the criminal disarray. It was because of me that this gargantuan system continued to function with barely a flaw. The only source of disruption was you, the rogue traitors. I at least had to try. Huh. Executor. I have the option. I feel like this would be the most in character. My guy was ex-Arbity, so he cares a lot about the tithe. Prefect Vulture, for attempting to slander and kill one of the Emperor's anointed, and for encroaching upon the Imperial tithe, I hereby sentence you to death. Inscribia Vulture gives no reply. She meets her death with her head proudly raised and her lips pursed in contempt. Oh, are they gonna use the giant gun on her now? As the weapon roars, Inscribia Vulture's body is reduced to dust. Without waiting for you to address him, Marshal Strox does not plead so much as gives you an order. Judge me, Mukluk. Now that the dust is settled, I can see everything clearly. Vulture used me and the Adeptus Arbites in an attempt to seize total control over your protectorate. I thought my actions were in service to the Lex, but in truth, only one person has ever benefited from them. That mistake deserves no pardon, and I have earned my punishment. Oh, we do need a new overseer on the prison world. I mean, I am a rogue trader. This is a resource. Marshal Gregorus Strox, taking into account your record of past achievements, I hereby deny you your execution and instead sentence you to punishment by toil. I appoint you High Overseer of the world Phobos 6. That is where you will remain for the rest of your life. I consider this measure unduly lenient, but I have no right to protest your decision. The Marshal brings a closed fist to his chest and adds solemnly, for your judgment is final. Hold on, I heard a Steam achievement a second ago. What was that? You experienced the full force of the Lex Imperialis and survived. Okay, I think that was the end of that DLC. Strox sets his shield down, detaches his carapace, and places it over the shield. Now clad only in his undersuit uniform, he looks smaller without his armor and very tired. I, Marshal Gregorus Strox, am stepping down from my post. I am no longer fit to wear this armor. May its new wearer bring honor to the Lex. The rest of the room stands still. All eyes turn to you. The final verdict. What you say next will decide the fate of not just the Adeptus Arbites, but of justice and the Coronis Expanse as a whole. You've received... fancy shield, fancy armor, fancy helmet. Okay. Alright, so there's a chance that this is going to make it to where he can no longer be a member of my party. But he's not a core member of my party, so I would not be upset if that happened. So let's see what this does. Proctor Solomon Anthar, as ruler of Dargonis and head of the Von Valancius dynasty, I name you the new marshal of the Adeptus Arbites in the Coronis Expanse. See to it that the Arbites once more become faithful servants of the Lex Imperialis under your leadership. Your decree carries great weight, but my assignment will not happen so quickly. There is no precedent for electing a new marshal in the Expanse, not to mention that the Lord Marshal is unable to participate in the process. We will have to develop a new procedure, otherwise we arbitrators will not accept these changes. Until my official assignment, though, I will lead as acting head of the Adeptus Arbites. Justice is done. My judgment is made. Among the broken fragments of the great scales and the burning Arbites banners, the people kneel as one. The verdict has been announced. Whatever the future may hold, one thing is certain. The Coronis Expanse will not be the same. Those are the Arbites. You really want to put person who everyone sees heresy as so important? The thing is, like, we know that guy is, like, zeroed in on the task, right? Like, even when he thought he had been stripped of his rank for life and he was put on a prison world, he reformed the prison world to the point where all the prisoners wanted him dead because he made it so damn efficient. So, yeah, I think he would be good for it.
What is that?
What is all this? Combat shotguns, power mauls, hot shot, armor, shields. Merciless onslaught. Cyber Mastiff does 300% more damage, gains 0% crit. Enemies can't dodge Cyber Mastiff's attack. Surface skull gains 20 int at the start of the turn. In a 4-spell radius around the skulls, have burning is reduced. At the end of the adversary's turn, the servo skull storm explodes, mimicking the effects of fire grenade. Wait, what? Like at the end of every one of your turns, the skulls explode? Hurricane Squall, 20 inch only 3% crit. Hang on. So right now we're using Zero Skull gains 4 deflection. So the one that we're using right now is the Skull Storm can be used as partial cover, which is pretty cool. But if this is at the end of each of your turns, it emits an explosion, assuming it doesn't hurt itself. I don't know if it hurts friendlies or not. Very curious to try that out, because then you can just have the Skull Storm just keep following an enemy and keep exploding. Alright, and then this one... 25 weapon skill, max increase 50%, 30% more damage. Nope. I'm happy with his chip. Okay. Is there anything else in here? Yes, there is.
They will see.
Drag the chest out.
Oh, yes. They
Gleito pulls this out.
will see.
In the broken base of the scales is a chest adorned with the patina-covered emblem of the Adeptus Arbites. The purity seal suggests it was consecrated before being immured. Dude, what? I could have totally missed this stuff. Miragon shield. Miragon ring. When the wearer kills a target for the first time in a round, their next attack automatically hits. The wearer's arbitrator abilities used this round can be used again. Miragon boots. While under the effect of ruthless suppression, the wearer is immune to immobilize, prone, and slow. Miragon helmet. If the wearer is the arbitrator with castigator, their castigator abilities cost 0. Miragon shield. The wearer's incoming damage is reduced by 40%, and damage dealt to Xenos and demons is increased by 20%. I'm sorry, what? The wearer's incoming damage reduced by 40%. Just 40% damage reduction. That's insane. Okay. And what is this? Marshal's armor, the Cronus Expanse. The target's hit by the wearer's attacks opportunity becomes immobilized by 1. Keep my old armor. It looked nicer. That shield is wild. Okay. Some various weapons. So this one is bonuses if you're a castigator. I don't remember if I am a castigator. What am I? Overseer, warrior. I'm an exemplar. Okay. I am not a castigator. When the wearer hits an enemy with a shield, all allies in a 3-cell radius gain 5 resolve till the end of combat. Does not stack. That is such an ugly hat! I think I might keep the other helmet, the one that makes it hard to resist the taunt, because that is big. Oh god, I gotta find it. Taunt, yeah, targets affected by taunting scream have minus 40 to their chance to resist it. How long is this game? 2 or 3 decades? It's pretty long. So if you enjoy this type of game, there's a lot of gameplay. And replayability, because there's so many branching paths. Alright, we gotta level up. Additional AP increase. Oh, that's easy. We don't even have to make a choice. You just get an additional action each turn. Easiest level up ever. Okay. Is there anything else in here?
What lies beyond?
It's saying I can loot the lady that, like, got blasted by the big gun and fell through the floor. I don't think I can reach her. I think the people that were executed by the giant gun, like, fell down there, and they're showing up on the mini-map, but I can't actually reach their bodies. By the way, Muck, can you mouse over what skill the servo skull explosion say it mimicked? It said a fire grenade, but yeah, give me a second, I'll try. Whenever I replay these kinds of games, I mostly just make the same choices. I definitely have made different choices this time. Alright, so fire grenade. It's weird. It's in colored text, which usually means I can mouse over it, but it doesn't let me. Let me see if I have one. Creates a burning area which lasts for 3 rounds. Any creature which enters that area or stands there at the moment when the effect is applied suffers 10 damage with 20% armor pen and burning for 3 rounds. Hold on. No. I'm wondering, because, like, right now it has Medicaid signal, right? So I usually have it sitting in the middle of my team. If I do this, I wonder if it's just gonna hurt me. But it's worth a shot. We'll see it. We'll see what happens, because there's a different signals you can use. Medicaid signal's the one I usually use, and if that ends up being one where it's like, okay, this needs to be nowhere near the team, then I'll need to change it to something else. It also said it reduces burning on allies. Oh, did it? Hold on, I probably glossed over that. Well, it says at the start of your turn, their burning is reduced. At the end of the turn, it explodes. So the question is, at the start of this thing's turn again, like, if this explodes, it sets the ally on fire. Then the ally has a turn, they take fire damage, then you have a turn and reduce the fire. Like, they're still gonna take damage. It's funny, though. Let's see. Find Jessamine. Go to Footfall. Okay, where's... Is that Footfall? That's Footfall. Way the heck down there. Okay. Big freaking jump. This is an orange path, so we might get attacked. The Void ship is in the clutches of the warp elements. A whirlpool has suddenly emerged and is threatening to throw the ship off course and leave the helpless crew at the mercy of the Sea of Souls. Only the Navigator's talent can save hundreds of people from madness or death. Call upon the Navigator to steer the ship back on course, as is the Navigator's duty. Oh, that's it. Okay. Alright, one more jump. The clan servicing the cool... Oh, okay, so we already know the solution for this. We've seen this before. Kill it with fire. That's literally the solution. There's bad stuff, and you get flamethrowers, and you handle it. At some point, I want to go to the bridge and try talking with... I'll try now. I want to try talking with our Arbides guy, Solomon, and see if he has anything special to say now that we've finished his DLC thing. I gotta say, there was multiple times I thought the DLC was over, and then it was just like, one more thing. One more thing. One more thing. Oh, there's a tithe. Oh, the tithe is on the planet. Oh, the planet's exploding. Okay, you saved the tithe. The tithe is going to Dargonis. Oh, they stole the tithe from Dargonis. Oh, now you're under trial for stealing the tithe. Like, it was just constantly one more thing. It's like, I thought we handled this.
Rogue trader.
Shall we discuss the mission on Thessara?
Of course. Which part?
What do you think we could have done to satisfy the prefect?
I do not know. It was one of those tough situations where only time will tell how well you handled them. If I were in your position, I would take the prefect's evaluation in stride and learn from your painful experience on Dasara. Sometimes, life knocks the wind out of you in a way that can't be dodged, so it helps to learn how to take a hit. We could discuss something else?
I have questions about what transpired in the Palace of Justice.
Understandable. That trial was unprecedented, as was its ending.
What do you suppose awaits the Adeptus Arbites in the Coronis Expanse?
The Marshal's removal is sure to become a test of the Arbite's spirit, but I believe in the Arbitrator's perseverance. We were taught to do our duty no matter the circumstances, and even while we are leaderless, the Lex Imperialis will guide us through.
Let's see. Tugon says, Muck, is it true that minion or pet builds are easier and superior in CRPGs? My answer is it depends on the CRPG. So, let me give you some examples. In Divinity Original Sin 2, hell yes. It's very powerful in that game. Right? It's quite good. In this game, it's definitely solid. I don't think it's more powerful than an Arch-Militant just shooting with a gun 20 times in one turn. Right? It definitely depends on the game, for sure. Because there are some games where it's just like, you know? It's just not that good. Like Guild Wars 2 is an example of a game where pet builds are just not that good. Now, that's not a CRPG, but it's, you know, one of the first ones that come to mind. How is Galeto? Have you already had the recording device extracted?
I've decided not to subject him to yet another procedure. The protocol that was making him conduct surveillance has been stopped after all. We might have need of this function someday, but for now, it has been disabled. Into the void with it.
What are your plans as future Marshal?
Other than unerring service? Actually, I've been thinking a lot lately. About how the Creed stands farther from the God Emperor than the Lex Imperialis. I want his law to become the sole pillar of faith for the Arbitrators. I wish to guide them, not only as a marshal, but also as a preacher.
Ew. I know you had great respect for the Marshal. His crime must have come as a blow to you.
Gregorus Strax used to be an outstanding servant of the Lex Imperialis, and I still cannot understand why he failed to recognize Voltur as an enemy.
Did you beat BG3 Honor Mode with pet or minion build setup? What was my setup at BG3? I had a Ranger that had a pet, but it was not carrying me. It was just there. Mainly, the Ranger pet in my party, I would use it if someone went downstate, because it could swoop in, use aid ally to get them back on their feet, and then swoop out. And so it could, without being in much danger, revive people. So I used it as a, like, you know, a utility tool. The other party members, there was 2 Druids of the Stars and 1 Shapeshifter. So no, I did not use summons to carry me through the game in BG3 the way that I did in Divinity Original Sin 2. So yeah, there was 1 pet in the party, but it was mainly just for emergency revives. That was it. So yeah. The thing is, in BG3, if you have a Ranger pet or something like that and it dies, you have to you have to do a long rest, like, you know, like rest for a day basically, to revive it. So it's not really conducive to using it as a frontline fighter, because if it goes down, you have to rest for a whole day to get it again. It's even worse in the pen and paper version. In pen and paper, if you know, your druid animal or your ranger companion or whatever dies, you got to go like meditate in the woods for a week until nature gives you a new one or something like that.
I'm inclined to believe that Strax had grown too distant from the Lex Imperialis. The letter of his law holds all the answers and solutions, but Strax faltered in his judgment and turned to Voltur for advice. His waning